endless dark night. Rain relentlessly pounds the cobbled streets of the old city, while a silent shadow slips through the deserted alleys. Alex Willard, a seeker of secrets and a researcher of lost legends, is on a quest to uncover a truth buried in darkness for centuries: the library that writes fate. Legends whisper of a library hidden deep underground, nestled within forgotten tunnels, where every person has a book that contains their destiny. But this is more than just a myth. If someone reads the pages of their future, reality will change. And perhaps this very truth explains why so many have vanished while searching for it. After years of research and following scattered clues, Alex stumbles upon a key revelation: a strange map with lines that seem to shift and change direction on their own, as if the path is rewriting itself in real time. But he is not alone. Shadows lurking in the darkness follow him, figures who are determined to keep this secret hidden. Will Alex reach his destination, or will he fall into the clutches of these unseen hunters? Navigating through ancient catacombs, Alex finally arrives at a massive gate covered in cryptic symbols. As he reaches out to touch it, the weathered door creaks open with a heavy groan. A vast hall is revealed, lined with towering bookshelves stretching to the ceiling, each filled with books whose covers seem woven from the fabric of time itself. Some books emit a faint glow, as if they are alive. Alex steps forward, his gaze locking onto a book engraved with his own name. But when he opens it, a horrifying truth is revealed. The book's pages are written only up to the moment he entered the library. Beyond that, it is completely blank. His hands tremble. Does this mean his future remains unwritten? Or has he walked into a trap meticulously designed for him? Suddenly, a voice echoes from the shadows. "You should not be here." Alex spins around, his heart pounding. A tall figure clad in a flowing cloak stands in the dim light, holding a massive tome. The guardian of the library. His voice is calm, but menacing. This place shapes fate. Any interference within these walls alters the world outside. You have ventured too far. But Alex refuses to back down. If this library is real, then who wrote these books? Why are some still unfinished? And why does he feel as though this place is where everything will end? Deeper within the library, Alex notices books bound with heavy chains. One in particular draws his attention, a book titled, "The End of the World." His pulse quickens. Is this a metaphor? Or a prophecy only a few have glimpsed? He reaches out, brushes off the thick layer of dust, and suddenly, the entire library begins to tremble. Alex feels the shift, as if something fundamental is changing. He flips open the first page and is immediately consumed by an unimaginable terror. It is a story about himself, in this moment, in this place. And then, the chilling words that freeze the blood in his veins. If you have read this, there is no turning back. The sound of heavy footsteps grows closer. The guardian's voice, eerily composed yet ominous, whispers, "You have made your choice. But let me warn you, no one who has seen the truth has ever remained the same." Suddenly, the lights flicker. Bookshelves begin collapsing one after another. The books float into the air, as if rewriting themselves. Alex must decide, reveal the truth or let it remain hidden forever. But perhaps the real question is, if fate can be rewritten, then who is truly the author of these books? As the chaos around him intensifies, Alex feels an unseen force pulling at his very existence. A doorway, previously unseen, appears at the far end of the hall, framed by shifting shadows. A choice now lies before him: escape into the unknown or stay and uncover the true nature of the library. His heartbeat hammers in his chest. What if stepping through that door changes everything? What if the reality he knows is only a fragment of a greater story? Taking a deep breath, he moves forward. The guardian does not stop him. Instead, he watches, his expression unreadable, as if waiting to see what Alex will choose. The moment Alex crosses the threshold, a blinding light consumes his vision. When he opens his eyes, he is no longer in the library. Instead, he stands in a vast, endless void, surrounded by floating books, each displaying glimpses of different realities. He sees versions of himself, some victorious, some defeated, others trapped within books they can never escape. Is this the truth? that fate is nothing more than a collection of infinite possibilities? Then, a realization dawns upon him. If fate can be written, it can also be erased. If books can be read, they can also be rewritten. He clenches his fists. He will not be bound by the words of another. If he is to be part of a story, it will be one he writes himself. A single book hovers before him. A book with no title, no history, no prophecy. A blank slate. As he reaches out, the void pulses. The voice of the guardian echoes one final time. Choose wisely, Alex Willard. For once you begin writing, there is no undoing what has been written. With a determined gaze, Alex grips the book and opens the first page. The ink begins to flow. Alex stared at the blank page. The ink within the book swirled like a restless storm, ready to spill onto the paper. But for a moment, he hesitated. If fate was truly in his hands, could he make a mistake? Did he have the right to rewrite the future? A shadow shifted nearby. The guardian stepped forward, his eyes calm, yet filled with unspoken truths. His voice was a whisper in the void. All who came before you either laid down the pen or became part of the pages themselves. Alex held his breath. Was it the cost of writing one's own destiny? Could he step beyond the words already written? Then, clarity struck him like lightning. He thought of all he had lost. The years spent chasing forgotten truths, the streets of the rain-drenched city, the ever-changing map that led him here. And now, in this timeless library, his journey had reached its climax. No. His voice echoed through the hall. Steady, unwavering. He would not become another name trapped in ink. If a story was to be written, he would live it, not merely script it. With a firm hand, he closed the book. Silence fell. The guardian smiled, a rare, almost imperceptible expression. You have chosen Alex Willard. The library trembled. Bookshelves collapsed, walls faded into nothingness, and a blinding light consumed everything around him. Alex felt himself being pulled by an unseen force, weightless between reality and dream. And then, darkness. When he opened his eyes, he was back on the rain-soaked streets of the old city. The distant hum of life surrounded him, as if nothing had changed. But when he looked down, a single fragment of parchment remained in his palm, with words scrawled in a language he somehow understood. Those who do not write fate must live it. A slow smile spread across his face. For the first time in his life, he felt truly free. With steady steps, he disappeared into the misty night. What if you could rewrite fate? What would you choose? Would you pick up the pen or live the story? Subscribe now to uncover more stories like this. The next chapter might just change the way you see the world. Turn on notifications, because some secrets should never be missed. Share this story if you believe that fate is yours to control.